Hello, it is Sunday, June 29th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Sunday crossword today. We're going to be solving a big Sunday-themed crossword. We can see some series of circled cells, what am I saying, in the grid, highly redolent of themes. We'll find out what that's about soon enough. And this themed edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Orange Piku, Chelsea B, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for the support they give that keeps this channel going day by day, week by week. I'm very grateful to them for that. Thanks to those four and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link. You'll find bonus videos available to patrons. And for benefactors like those I've just mentioned, the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thanks again to everybody who supports the channel on Patreon. What am I saying? All right, I seem to be scattered today. I hope that doesn't affect the solve too badly. In any case, it's a big Sunday puzzle. It's entitled All-In-Clue-sive. That's very, very interesting. Don't know what that means, but it's obviously all-inclusive. Something to do with all being in these circled cells, maybe in the clues. Who knows? We'll find out. Anyway, it was constructed by Mike Hoban, who's responsible for a small handful of puzzles for the New York Times, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. It's a big Sunday-themed crossword. Let's start solving. Muslim leader, an imam, probably. Let's check the crosses on that. So what's... Is it not imam? So what's blank you? What's into you? Oh, yeah, no, you could say what's into you. As in what's gotten into you, maybe? Like what? Consideration in the dating scene. Name? Initialism directed at the overly inquisitive. This corner is not... I'm just sort of not seeing things very easily. Things you hope your dinner guests bring. Hope you bring... I don't know, topics of conversation, a bottle of wine, I don't know. Alternatives to Cabernets, Merlots, I guess. I don't know enough about wine to know the significance of that, but it's probably right. Consideration in the dating scene, maybe it is name. Is that... Seems odd. Is that right? Apt clue for the circled letters, right? Don't have any idea what's going on with that yet. The Washington Monument, e.g. an obelisk. Okay, so yeah, it's not... Oh, wait. No, what is this? Initialism directed at the overly inquisitive. Oh, MYOB, mind your own business. Okay. And consideration in the dating scene. What is this? I can't tell if this is wrong, so what's into you? Maybe that is wrong. Oh, type. Right. You're my type. You're not my type. That's okay. That's the consideration. So what's it to you? Right. What interest do you have in this particular thing? What is it to you? Okay. Apt clue for the circled letters. Tor? Things you hope your dinner guests bring. Aperitifs? No. Appetites. Right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Finally figured out this little 4x4 corner here. So afflicts. Apt clue for the circled letters. Copenhagen language to locals. Dansk. Probably mispronouncing that, but Danish in Danish. Daffy Duck for one. Woman who is told, don't lose that number in a Steely Dan title. I don't really know Steely Dan very well, to be honest. But it's a woman's name. I don't know. Can't think. I mean, it could end with a Y. It could be something like Becky or something else that ends with a Y. Does that help? Apt clue for the circled letters. Yeah, I just don't know. The D-backs on sports tickers. Diamondback. Is it Arizona, maybe? Might actually recognize that. Arizona Diamondbacks. That sounds right to me. I'll take crossword clues for 2,000, please. Is this the successor to Alex Trebek? I don't know who succeeded Alex Trebek on Jeopardy? Uh, Daffy Duck. This is not my day. Daffy Duck for one. And TV or radio station. Error, they air things. They air broadcasts. That seems right. I'll take crossword clues for 2000, please. Yeah, I don't know. Bit of work. An erg, that's a unit of measurement of work in physics. So Daffy Duck is a drake, a male duck, I guess. Okay. So I'll take crossword clues for 2000, please. Must be Ken. That sounds right. Okay. Women who's doing Don't Lose That Number. Ricky, maybe? Apt clue for the circled letters. Top ranking something. So king is in there, so it could be top ranking noble or top ranking something like that. So yeah, this does look like Ricky, doesn't it? Spelled R-I-K-K-I. Okay. Afflicts. If something afflicts you, it ails you. It's an illness you have. This looks like Tolkien, maybe. No, maybe not. Apt clue for the circled letters. Oh, no, maybe it is, because it could be an Ent, which is a creature from Tolkien's Lord of the Rings novels. So, apt clue for the circled letters. Tolkien tree creature? Okay, yeah. So we've got these this is interesting. We've got these kind of recursive, self-referential clues, where the answer to the clue is itself contained within it. All right. So let's see. Like a $2 bill, rare, right? They are minted but rare. Twistable piece on Mr. Potato Head. Arm, I guess, would be sort of made out of wire, and you can twist it or have wire in it. 8 more than a dozen would be a score. So 8 more than a dozen is 20, which is a score. Grueling process, a real slog would be a grueling process. Come together would be to gel. Two ideas maybe come together, they gel. And to capitulate would be to cede an idea, maybe, or cede territory. To capitulate, give it up. Non-professionals are, maybe that's wrong. Maybe in this case, to capitulate, to cave, to give in. Okay. Because non-professionals would be laymen, amateurs. And then fertilized ones become embryos, ova, eggs. So it was top. Oh, no, I said top ranking noble. It was top ranking royal. That makes more sense. That's more accurate. Okay, there we go. So that's all correct. Okay, so we've got 2 of those so far. Let's keep going. Unlocked, open. There's a question mark, so it might be less obvious than that. Cry following a countdown. Happy New Year, or blast off, maybe, like a spacecraft. Open, light-filled area, an atrium in a building, an open area. Works. Toils, or not sure. Unlocked. Oh, bare, as in you don't have any locks of hair on your head, maybe. Sacrificial site, something could be sacrificed at an altar. And then famed actress who portrayed Queen Christina in 1933's Queen Christina. I don't know. Garbo? Agua fresca, refreshing Latin American beverage, yeah. Maybe it is Greta Garbo. Let's see. I've never seen Queen Christina. I don't know the film. Works. Bagpipes sound. This looks wrong. Oh, but it's a drone. Oh, so it's not bear, it's bald. Right, why did I say bear when I had the right idea in mind. I was thinking of a bare head, and that's bald. Okay, so bagpipe sound is a droning, musical instrument. And then works, labors. There we go. Okay, so that is Greta Garbo. And then eclectic cuisine style would be fusion of different cuisines. Atrium, blast off, yeah, okay. Became the duty of. If something became the duty of you, it fell to you to perform, to do. Caroller's tune would be a Noel, a Christmas carol, a Christmas song. And then Pixar film that takes place in the land of the dead. That was Coco, which I remember enjoying. For something to happen again, it will recur. And staff symbol for violists would be a C clef. So looks like a C. And that's on the musical staff to indicate the note range of the staff. So many, many moons would be an eon, presumably. Parks and Recreation character who says, fishing relaxes me. It's like yoga, except I still get to kill something. I guess that's the character Ron, who's the boss. What was his name? Ron. It's annoying that I can't remember, but I can't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Apt clue for the circled letters. Right, I don't have enough of this to... It could be offer, but I don't know. Sped. Well, yeah, if you sped, you flew. You went very quickly. Stylish vigor could be Elon. Yeah, I think it might be offer. And California blank, amphibian whose slippery skin produces a toxin lethal to humans. California, no idea about that. Stadium chant, Olay. Maybe this isn't flu. Maybe I was overenthusiastic about my guess. What duelists and doodlers do, they draw pistols or draw, illustrations. Maybe it's California newt. Often. That's what this will be. Yeah, if you sped, you tore along. You went quickly. Okay. So that is newt. And then contacted on social media for short. DM'd, direct messaged. There we go. So I wonder what this will be. Yeah, I mean, obviously the clue itself doesn't tell us anything because we've got to construct the clue. So often. Oh, something out of 10? It'll be something out of 10. It'll be a high number out of 10, I guess, because it happens often. I'm not sure. Beat it. Shoe. Scat. Could be either of those. Class with many graphs in brief. Trig or calc. Probably trigonometry for graphing, right? Is that right? That seems plausible. I don't know. RPM gauge for short. A tachometer, doesn't that measure revolutions per minute? I think that's right. You don't know what you're missing. Try it. Russian rebuff, niet for no in Russian. Is this air? No. Relative of a zither is not air. I was thinking Jane Eyre maybe, but no, it's a liar. And then besides is something else, something besides. Mighty Mudville batter. Oh, is this that poem Casey at the Bat? Maybe? I don't know it well enough to know if it's referencing Mighty Mudville or whatever, but I kind of vaguely remember encountering the poem Casey at the Bat, which is a famous American poem about baseball, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's this. Let's see. Wispy streaks in the sky are cirri clouds, maybe? Let's see. Pile of chips, maybe. Antes? Like to get into a poker game or something? I'm not sure. Apt clue for the circled letters. 9 times out of 10. Yes, okay, good. I was on the right track in terms of my suspicion. 9 times out of 10 would certainly be happening often, so this maybe is antes. Let's see. Tart or tort would be a dessert. And even though there are 2 of them, we're only referring to one because it's an or, so only a single dessert. Old style OMG. Egad, maybe. Which means, I think literally, well, I think it's derived from ye gods. Makes amends. If one makes amends, one edits a manuscript. You literally amend it. Takes and that's being obviously said in a punny sort of way, because if you said make amends, most people would think you mean apologize or express contrition, or do penance, but not in this punny case. Takes down to the studs. You could gut a home, take it down to the studs. You could fool someone, you could dupe them, and a goon would be an ape. There we go. Blank ball. Nerf ball, maybe. And corporate worker concerned with employee development would be PR rep? That doesn't make any sense. Employee development, HR rep, human resources representative. That's what it'll be. There are 8 in a gallon. Pints? Are there 8 pints in a gallon? One of these days, I'll have internalized all of these just by encountering them in the crossword so often. This looks like fists. Apt clue for the circled letters. Don't know what that's going to be about yet. Fists. Something about fighting. I don't know. Okay. Branch of Islam. Shia would be one of the major branches of Islam. Did as expected on the links. You made par. You shot par. Class with many griefs, crafts, and it's economics. It's econ. There we go. I was just trying to think about specifically mathematics. Beat it. Shoe. Choice on Let's Make a Deal. I've never actually seen Let's Make a Deal, but I presume it's one of the ones in which you open door number 1, 2, 3, etc. Seasoning blend would be a rub, like a meat rub. I don't know what this is still. To breastfeed is to nurse a child. Obscure would be murky, maybe, something like that. Jennifer, who wrote A Visit from the Goon Squad, that novel is written by Jennifer Egan. To stick out would be to bulge. Axe handlers, perhaps, are readers? I don't know. Obscure, I don't know. Exposed is open or something. Issue with a scratched record would be a skip. The record would skip. Skee ball is a sort of carnival kind of game or an arcade game. Runaway bride actress Wilson. I don't know. Is this denouncement? Renouncement? This is probably a C. Obscure. Cloudy? No. Oh, you could obscure as a verb. You could obscure some details. You could cloud them or cloak them. Okay. So axe handlers, perhaps. Roadmen? That's probably slang that would not show up in the New York Times, and they wouldn't really have axes per se. Axe handlers, perhaps. I don't know what that is. Okay. Name on Irish stamps. Don't know. Name on Irish stamps. Oh, it'll just be the name of the country, presumably. The name of Ireland in Irish. There we go. Okay. So blubbers is sobs, maybe? Oh, roadies. Oh, axes in the sense of electric guitars. That's what that's referring to. Okay. And then AFL-CIO is a labor union. And then variety of plants whose name is pronounced differently in the UK than the US, right? Herb versus herb in the UK versus the US. So they barely scratch the surface would be ice picks or ice... I don't know what that's about. Kentucky Derby prize would be... I don't know what the prize of that horse race, I guess, is. Pipes smoked at some lounges, hookahs. Oops. School founded as King's College of Our Lady of Blank beside Windsor. Is it Eton? I mean, based on the location, if it's near Windsor, I assume it's Eton, which is a private secondary school here in the UK, here in England specifically. And that looks like how things would have been spelled in, I don't know, some kind of Middle English or something, or maybe early modern English, I'm not sure. Okay, exposed would be, I don't know. And some GPS calculations are ETAs, estimated times of arrival. Oh, Rita Wilson, is that someone? I don't think I know who that is offhand, but it's a name that would fit here. So something renouncement, fists. I don't know what this is getting at, unfortunately. Employee Welfare Organization, OSHA, which regulates occupational safety in the United States. Fuzz could be the police, the popo maybe. Not worth a sou, not worth any little tiny amount of money. Pacifists, pacifists renouncement, I see. So a pacifist renounces metaphorically, the use of, well, I guess also literally, the use of fists to solve problems. Okay, there we go. So fists is the answer to that clue. Entertainer who doesn't sound very selfish. Cher, because she shares, I guess. And then he rhymed 19 different words with Lenore in his most famous work, Poe, Edgar Allan Poe, and The Raven, of course. Quoth the Raven nevermore. Apt clue for the circled letters would be apt clue. Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing here. So what is this? Early, maybe? Or Earls? Or Earth? Oh, I bet it's Earth. It's going to be our something. Our something, the sun, our... Yeah, it's going to be something about our planet around the sun or something. Item turned upside down at a bar's closing time. A stool. Cousin of a Nebula Award. Hugo, are they both science fiction awards, I think? I think that's right. Exposed would be outed, and then to obscure is to cloud. Okay, there we go. So 5 remaining would be 5 to go. The Big Easy in brief, that's New Orleans. New Orleans, Louisiana, NOLA. Okay. Oh, something near the sun. Don't know. Our home near the sun, something like that. Let's try that, see if it works. With 75 across, hearty baked entree. Hot pot? No, that doesn't fit. That's not baked anyway, really. Pot pie? Bring to the country. Yes, import. Okay, so pot pie looks okay. Hair raising would be eerie. Hardware software expert in brief would be an IT pro, an information technology pro. If you get my drift, hint, hint, you might say. Geez Louise. Don't know. Some fine art could be oil paintings, oils. Incompetent person, so to speak, would be not sure. Here's one of these. Stare could be, or store, or probably one of those. There's probably an S here. Attack. Assail. Yes, you assail someone, you attack them. Geez Louise, man. Okay, that's correct. Phrase meant to be repeated. My something? I don't know. So, right, this is probably store or stare. Probably one of those. Don't know. Could be some kind of look. I don't know. Ajar, say. Unshut, like a door. Patty or Selma to Bart and Lisa. Oh, right. These are Marge's sisters, so Bart and Lisa's aunts in The Simpsons, but only Patty or Selma, so only a single aunt. And then product in the paint department would be, don't know. And write by hand, not using cursive, would be to print, I guess, rather than, is that right? Is that what it's called, by hand, printing rather than cursive, I suppose? Okay. So phrase meant to be repeated. A mantra, right. I thought this was going to be a phrase to be repeated, but no, it's a word that defines a phrase meant to be repeated. Threshold is what? Oh, thresholds, sorry, plural. So stuff thrown over one's shoulder to act of superstition, right? Salt over your shoulder. So thresholds are stain, right? You could have like wood stain, for instance. So cusps are thresholds. Okay. So stare is cast a really long look. There we go. It was look, actually, as it turned out. Okay, so a stare, rather two stares to cast a really long look. Okay, an incompetent person, so to speak, is I don't know still. Rugrat is a tyke, a little child. Tattoo removing option would be some kind of laser treatment. Blank Park, suburb of Chicago. I mean, it looks like oak to me. Let's see. Incompetent person. What is this? Apt clue for the circled letters. Don't have enough yet. Previously would be once, maybe? Paint brand with an animal in its logo. Oh, bear, which is pronounced like the animal but spelled B-E-H-R. I bet they have a bear in their logo. Group of Black Friday shoppers, say, would be a mob showing up for the sales. And then half and half would be one, I suppose. I mean, a half plus a half is literally one. This looks like mouse, maybe? Oh, maybe mouse and rat? I'm not sure that's right. Let's see. Oh, an incompetent person is a slouch. And I think we use that more often these days to say I'm no slouch, as in I'm not an incompetent person at this task. We come in peace speakers in brief. Stereotypically, those would be extraterrestrials, ETs, space aliens. Pi follower. Ooh, is that row? Not sure. Let's see. The thing is, you might say, I'm not sure about my Greek alphabet order. Ditto. Yeah, I might delete this because I'm just not sure. Help. To aid someone would be to help them. You couldn't be more wrong. Don't know. Video game brother. Luigi, the brother of Mario in the Super Mario games. Ditto. So do I. You couldn't be more wrong. God, no, maybe. Maybe this is row. Mouse. Rat. What am I missing? Why am I not seeing this? Oh, maybe it's a cat who catches a mouse. It is. Mouse eradicator. That's what it is. Okay, I was thinking mouse and rat, but nope. Mouse and cat. That's better. Okay. Campus Military Group. ROTC. Something like, I think it's Reserve Officer Training Corps. Okay, Kentucky Derby Prize. Is it roses? They barely scratch the surface. Oh, ice skates barely scratch the surface of the ice, on which you're skating. So, hey, ya, hip hop duo, Outcast. And ilk, your ilk is your sort. Square root of nueve would be tres, so square root of 9 would be 3. So, at this point would be here. And then one-time high-speed flyers for short would be SSTs, supersonic transports. There we go. Oops, I mistyped. There we go. That was the Sunday crossword. There we have it. I think a reasonably smooth Sunday solve, all things considered, with a very nice recursive sort of self-referential theme. That was very clever, I thought. So let's go through our various apt clues. We have top ranking royal being a king, Tolkien tree creature being an ent, 9 times out of 10 being often, Pacifist's renouncement being fists, our home near the sun being earth, cast a really long look being to stare, and finally mouse eradicator being a cat. And there we have it. That was the Sunday crossword. And yeah, I really like that theme. I think that worked very well. That was very much an appropriate Sunday theme with these long, these long clues that span much of the grid. So how many did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yeah, another real distinguishing element of a Sunday crossword is just how much thematic material we have. There we have it. I liked that. Let me know if you did as well. And when you caught on to how to solve these, let me know in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord chat server, which is linked in the description field, of course. Nice friendly chat community over there. And do consider subscribing to the channel on YouTube if you've been enjoying these videos. I'll be back tomorrow for the Monday crossword, much faster, much smaller, still with a theme. So do join me then. But until that point, please do have an excellent remainder of your Sunday. Take care.